Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to our reading sprints. I'll wait and let people kind of get on here, but if you don't know, for some reason, if you clicked on this video randomly and you're just like, what's going on? Christina and I are doing a read-along for every Sarah J. Maas book. All of that information should be down below in the description. And we do reading sprints like every other week, where we read the book that we're on for the read-along, but anybody can join this. So if you're not reading Queen of Shadows with us, then that's totally fine. You could be reading whatever you want. But we will be reading Queen of Shadows. This is my favorite one in Throne of Glass series, so I am really excited to start this one. I love this one so much, and I can't wait to hear Christina's thoughts on it, but we won't be talking any spoilers or anything like that in this, but our live show for this will be sometime next weekend, I think. So that's what we will be reading. So let us know if you're just joining. Let us know what you are reading, and if you're participating in the read along, we'd love to hear it. So we'll go over to the comments. Kirsten's first one, impatiently waiting on these because I'm bored at work. She did this like an hour ago. Sorry that you're bored at work, Kirsten. Hello. Hi, Quinn. Started Zodiac Academy yesterday. Yes, I'm wearing a Zodiac Academy sweatshirt.
Wow.
That's perfect. I hope you love it.
Can't wait to hear your thoughts.
All right, I'm on page 354 of Queen of Shadows and loving it. Yay! That's awesome. I am just going to be starting it, so I'll be at the beginning.
Yeah, I haven't started yet either, and I will say this has been the one that I've been anticipating since the very beginning. Like, since I think Assassin's Blade, I've been saying that the one I'm looking forward to is Queen of Shadows because everyone raves about this book, and I feel like this is just when I'm gonna, oh my god, I'm already obsessed with this series, by the way, but I don't think that's a shock to absolutely anybody.
It's so good. Queen of Shadows is definitely my favorite. I just also realized that I've been sitting here for the last 30 minutes, not doing anything, just waiting. And my annotation stuff is still over there. I didn't get set up and get ready. I just sat here.
Same. I literally just grabbed my annotation stuff. I'm like, I'm missing something.
Yeah. Don't know. I got a cup of water.
Me too.
But yeah, I'll have to grab that once we start reading. So hello, reading Queen of Shadows. Are you just starting it or are you in a little ways? Need to start a new book, so I think I'm going to start Hotel Magnifique. That's a recent release, isn't it? Didn't that just come out in the last week or so? Maybe.
I don't know.
Good evening. I'm here, but I'm not actually reading. I am in UK, and tonight is Eurovision Song Contest live on TV, so I have that on, but still here to chat. Well, thanks for joining us. Cannot miss you two sprinting. Oh, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, I love it.
That's okay. You don't have to, they are reading sprints, but you can do literally whatever you want on the sprints. It's just nice to have company while we read.
Yeah. Only on page 12.
On page 12. Yeah. So we're just going to be starting it too. Yeah. So we'll be shortly behind you.
Excited.
Hello. 191 pages into Zodiac Academy, The Awakening. Oh, so book 1. Are you liking it? What do you think so far? I love it. I love it. I am into, I'm currently reading The Awakening as told by the boys, which is 1.5. And I'm, 300 pages into that one. But I put it on hold because I have to pick up Queen of Shadows today. But
I'm in the middle of book 3, The Reckoning. And I'm loving it so far.
I love that series.
I haven't picked it up since I came back from vacation, but that was the one I was reading mostly on vacation. I'm about 200 pages in. And I'm loving it. I really want to continue it.
Yeah, I love it. Loved Queen of Shadows. My review is so much fun. 5 stars easy. Yeah, I already know, going into this, that it's 5 stars because I've read it. I think this is going to be my 5th time, maybe my 6th. I think it's 5th. Because I've read the series now. This is my 5th time. So this will be my 5th reread of it. And I know that I love it. And I know that it's my favorite. So I'm really excited.
Adrian, the one who started the series with us, ended up binging the first 4
it.
And then reread the first 4 or 5 already.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's also reread them in the exact same span. That's wild.
I totally understand that though, because like once you finish it, you're just like, well, just gotta reread them.
I mean, I was like that with Crescent City as well as with the Akatar series. Like the minute I finished them, I wanted to pick them back up. Like Crescent City, I literally reread Crescent City within 2 months of reading it for the first time, and I loved it even more.
Yeah, I have been. So I just got like, you can kind of see them right here. I just got the new covers that Christina sent to our little group chat, which she also bought those like Crescent City covers. They're so beautiful. They're on Etsy.
They're stunning. Okay.
And like I'm looking through like art on Pinterest and stuff and on Instagram, and I just really want to reread that series. So I'm really excited to get to it, but I want to wait for our read along to get to it, even though it's like months away.
They're stunning. Also, can we talk about that? I now officially have 2 Sarah J. Maas shelves. And it's going to turn into 3 because I keep buying more and more copies.
Yeah, it's a sickness.
It is. I'm going to have a whole like bookcase.
I have a stack of Throne of Glass books, like a whole hardcover set, just sitting off to the side, waiting for the A Touch of Magic Designs dust jackets.
I want them
because I loved the Akatar ones, and they've been teasing it, but they don't come out till September. So, but it's worth the wait.
I want to buy. I think right after we finish Throne of Glass, I'm going to buy the box set so I can buy the Nerdy Ink covers because I really want those. I love the Throne of Glass Nerdy Ink dust jackets. Oh my god,
they're really, really good quality too. Like they're so nice. I love them so much. At first, I bought them and I was like, I like them. They're fine. And then as soon as I got them and put them on the books, I was like, I love these. Like I'm obsessed.
I love them. I want them.
Yeah, I really like them. Currently reading book 2 in the Addicted series. That's the Krista and Becca Ritchie one, I think. I tried reading the first book, Addicted to You, I think it's called, but I DNF'd it. I just wasn't in the mood for it at the time. I will go back to that series because I know that people are obsessed with it, but I watched Rachel's vlog, Rachel from Raven Haired Reader. I watched her vlog of her reading Kiss the Sky and Hot House Flower, which is like later books in that series. And she's like, oh, this is where I'm obsessed with it. I get why everybody's obsessed. And I'm kind of wondering if I can just skip to those books because they follow different sisters.
Sometimes like, you're able to. I think it just spoils you for who ends up with who. But
but I'm going into those books knowing exactly who's going to end up with who. Like I know that.
End up with.
It's all about the journey though. But I'm kind of like, I kind of just want to get to those books. So I'm going to ask Rachel if she thinks I should just like read the first 3 or if I could just skip those. I can't wait for the live show for this book. So much to talk about. Oh my God. I haven't even started my reread and I'm already like, when's the live show?
Oh my God.
I'm so excited. I already know that my notes for this one are going to be like off the charts.
Okay, I'm excited.
I'm so excited. Absolutely loving it so much, especially as I was in a reading slump. Love Tori. Yes, good. I'm so glad that you're liking it. I kind of felt that way too. When I started Zodiac Academy, the first book, I DNF'd 2 books, like right at the start of my reading vlog. I was like, just not vibing with anything at the moment. And I'm like, we're just going to give this one a go. And I got obsessed. I like plowed through the first 3 books. I love it so much. It's a good, quick read, especially if you're in a reading slump. Unless, of course, you're Sahar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, Adrian's read and reread them.
Cannot believe you did that.
Sean, hi! Excited to read with you both. I'm loving Queen of Shadows so far. Your vision is on in the background. Yeah. Fair enough. Was anyone not in a reading slump in April? So many people were slumping. Mass medicine I always use now to break up a slump. This month is so much better. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have ups and downs in my reading. Like,
yeah, same. April was my best reading month so far. This entire year. I was slumpy January through March. And the end of March, I think, is when I beat my reading slump. So April, I was reading like crazy, but I was slumpy for the entire beginning of the year. So
it's been a while since I've been in like a true reading slump. Like I'll go like 2 or 3 days without like reading or wanting to read. But like there was a time a few years ago where I went like months without reading a book, which is like unheard of for me. Like I don't do that. So I was in a true slump at that time. Same Sean Eurovision night. About 100 pages into November 9 by Colleen Hoover. Nice. I really liked that one. Currently reading Dark Fae. I just bought that one. So as soon as I finish like my reads that I've already committed to, basically, I will be picking that one up.
Talking about books we just bought. So I just bought Tower of Dawn and Empire of Storms for the tandem read that we're starting next week. And I'm nervous because Tower of Dawn's coming tomorrow, but Empire of Storms isn't going to be arriving. It says between May 26th and June 2nd, which is right when we're starting.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, please come. If not, if anything, I can get the Kindle edition until it comes in and just annotate the Kindle edition.
Yeah, our next, I'm looking at the calendar over to the side here if you're wondering what I'm staring at. Our next like read-along read is 2 books at once. So we're tandem reading Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn, and we're giving ourselves 2 weeks to each book. That's what we've been doing. So this will be like a month until we have like a live show for it. So if you're participating in the read-along, let us know in the comments if you think we should do like a part 1 for the first half of those 2 books and then a part 2 for the second half of those 2 books. And so we can keep like the every other week live show thing, or if we should just do one giant one because you want to just get through the whole story. Let us know what you think. I'm also probably going to put a poll up on my Instagram or in the Discord or something. So if you're participating in the read along, let us know, because I'm not sure.
I really
don't do it with 1 book, but with 2 books, it's like
different. Yeah, because
it's like so much happens in these 2 books that I'm like, I don't know. So let us know what you prefer if you're participating. Hi at work, but reading Zodiac Academy 3. I can't wait for you to finish it, Kirsten. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Hi, Sean. I think Scribd has the Throne of Glass books on them, so you could read that until the book comes in.
They do, but I don't think I can annotate on Scribd.
Yeah.
I just want to annotate so I know like where to put the annotations when I get the original book, so that way I don't know. Because I know Scribd has all of them, but Scribd doesn't give you the option to annotate. At least not that I'm aware of. I've never read an ebook off of Scribd. I've listened to audiobooks via Scribd.
That's what I do too. I don't really read ebooks very often.
Me either.
What way are you guys reading Tower of Dawn and Empire of Storms? Is there a certain way we'll be reading that same way? Yes. So in the description, there, like under the Sarah J. Maas Read-along info, there is a link that says the Empire of Storms Tower of Dawn tandem read. And it'll take you to like a blog post that this person did and tell you what chapters to read of which book and when. Because it's not like read 5 chapters of this, read 5 chapters of this, 5 of this, 5 of this. It's like it might be 5 of this, 3 of this, 1 of this, then 4 of this. So it's like kind of a strict schedule. Like
I was literally looking at it today. I think it's like read chapters 1 through 5 of Empire Storms, then you read chapter 1 of Tower of Dawn, then you read like 6 through 7, and then it's like 2 to 3. Like it's just like but it's gonna be fun because it keeps it exciting.
So if you haven't read it before, if you don't know, basically the events of Empire of Storms follow these characters doing this stuff over here, and then Tower of Dawn follows different characters doing different stuff over here, but they happen at the same time. So like as you're reading of what's going on over here, something else is going on over here, and then you're like, oh, back over there with those guys, this just happened. So it's kind of fun to do the tandem read because you're like, oh, I just read that in those chapters. Whereas like if you read all of Empire of Storms and then you read Tower of Dawn, I don't know. I just feel like I miss some of the points of view that we get in Empire of Storms because you don't get those in Tower of Dawn. So plus Tower of Dawn is my least favorite. So anything to do to break that up into more digestible pieces.
I think I know why Tower of Dawn is
yeah. Okay, I think it would be nice to have a part 1 and part 2. There's so much happening. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but I just wasn't sure because like we'll be like in the middle of the story. So we can do a part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Yeah, it does have them just checked, so they are on Scribd. Hey, Kristen. Ooh, Tandem is interesting. I did not enjoy Empire of Storms, but love Tower of Dawn, so I may reread them as Tandem. See if Empire holds up more thrill. Interesting. I am the exact opposite opinion. I love Empire of Storms. I think it's my second favorite Throne of Glass book, like after Queen of Shadows.
I've heard a lot of people love Empire of Storms. This is something
I love Empire of Storms. And
Mhm.
Tower of Dawn is just like,
yeah,
not it for me. Like, there is one point of view in Tower of Dawn that I actually enjoy reading from, but half the book I'm like, I did a TikTok of that like Elmo Rocco thing where it's like, say hi to Rocco, Elmo, and he's like, hello, Rocco.
yeah.
Beat Tower of Dawn. It's pretty funny. All right. So we have reached the end of the comments, so I think we can start our first sprint. What are we feeling? Like a quick half hour, 45-minute one?
I'm feeling like a 40. I like 40.
40. Keep it in the middle. Look at
like
Kate says, my KO crushing affliction. Yeah, it really is. You need to get that checked out because
Yeah. You might need to get your brain checked out a little bit. Just saying.
you and Cammy can have him.
I'm gonna say you should text Cammy because I think you and Cammy might have a lot to talk about.
Yeah. All right, we will do a 40-minute one. Oh, I think my timer is already like set at 40, so that's perfect. So we will do a 40-minute sprint to start with some medieval castle ambiance. If that bothers you, you can just mute. But we will see you all back here in 40 minutes. Hello. How did everyone do? How were your sprints?
I only managed to read 20 pages because for some reason I got very sleepy and I took like a mini nap for like 5 or 10 minutes. But right now I really wish I didn't take the nap so I could have kept reading. So I want to keep reading.
I am on page 55. And I need you to get there so you can go, this is why Hannah doesn't like Kale. This is why he's a little bitch.
Pages in, and let's just say I really I'm feeling things. There are already 4 tabs, 2 of them which are angry tabs.
Yep. I don't have an angry color tab. I just don't have enough. There's not enough colors.
I know.
I need like 20 colors.
I wish there was more. I have my dark purple for moments that make me angry and moments that make me mad. And then my orange ones are for funny and happy moments. And then blue, of course, is for sad moments and moments.
Yeah. I have sad is blue. Yellow is my like happy, made me smile, made me laugh.
Yellow's for my characters.
I don't do a characters one either.
I do a characters one. For my thing though, it's like my character one though is like for a lot of them, it's just for, Selena being the badass that she is.
Yeah.
Or like certain moments when you meet new characters, I like remembering those. And,
yeah.
Like that.
OMG, I'm late for the sprints. Hi, Kim. Thanks for joining.
Okay.
Reading Christine by Stephen King.
Yeah, so many darn books.
Has anyone ever read Craven Manor by Darcy Coates? This ASMR atmosphere video reminds me of what Craven Manor would look like inside, or would have looked like inside from the description in the book. I have not read that. I haven't read any Darcy Coates. I'll be picking up my first Darcy Coates this month for the book troop. But I'm glad that it reminds you of something. I picked this ambiance because it's like, oh shoot, I clicked on something. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Oh my God, what's happening?
Oh.
It's an ad.
It's a dance party. That's what's happening.
Yeah. I picked it because I was trying to like match like the vibes of what I'm reading and what Christina's reading, but it was kind of hard to pick one. But anyway. 49 pages read. Awesome. That timer was majestic. Yeah, I switched it because like it always kind of scares me when it's like a but yeah, it's a harp. It's quite majestic. 47 crazy pages. So much happened. Yay!
Yeah.
That time made me jump. I'm on page 92 right now of Queen of Shadows. Kale has annoyed me a bit today, too, not gonna lie. Yeah, I just the last like 10 pages. This one especially in this book, he annoys me the most.
Oh, that's interesting because he annoyed the hell out of me in Air Fire. So.
Oh
God.
That ain't nothing. I mean, he's annoying in that one too, but like this one's so much worse.
Oh, I can't wait.
Also, that ambiance was beautiful. Loved the music and it's so soothing. Yay! I'm glad you enjoyed it. When are you planning to read Ashburn? I am gonna pick it up towards the end of May because I want it to be fresh in my head for that live show, which is going to be at the end of May. And I have the audiobook for it as well. And it's pretty short. I think it's only like 300 pages. So I'm going to read it in the last like week of May, I think. Hopefully I like it. I don't know. I don't read very much horror. I feel like the outsider in this book troop this month because like obviously Gabby from Gabby Reads, if you didn't know, it's like a thriller horror bookshelf. She reads mainly thriller horror and some romance. And then my friend Ashley from Ashley's Little Library is also a very thriller horror reader. And I'm like, I dabble in thrillers and horrors. I mainly read fantasy or like romance.
Same.
And so I'm gonna be like the outlier here. So I hope I like it though, because I do like horror and I really love haunted house stories. So
I enjoy horror, but I have to be in the mood for horror. And I don't love thrillers. We've discussed this. Thrillers are my least favorite genre to read. Something about them, for some reason, I can't keep up. I just don't care enough to keep reading. But for horror, the only horror that I've genuinely enjoyed has been Grady Hendrix. And Rachel from the Raven-Haired Reader is actually sending me Horror Store
oh
by
yeah,
Hendrix. So I'm very excited about that. I really want to read it. I think I might save it for Submarine though. Because I think like I want to read that, and then I really want to read the Hacienda, which is a book that came in from Book of the Month, which is also Sav's book of the book that she's reading this month for her book club. Also, Sav from
Riveting Reads.
Thank you. I was like something reads. What is it? She's reading that book this month, and I really want to read that one because I love the cover. Love the cover. I have no idea what the heck it's about, but I love the cover. And I also have The Silent Patient by Alex Machalides, something.
That's one of my favorite thrillers.
I think that's the only thriller I'm genuinely interested in because I liked The Maidens. I wasn't obsessed, but it's probably one of the only thrillers I've read that I actually genuinely enjoyed, and I read physically. I did not even have an audiobook.
I think you'll like The Silent Patient. That was one of my favorites. I really enjoyed the audiobook too, so if you can get your hands on the audiobook from Libby or Scribd or something,
yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah, I think I have it via my Hoopla. I think my Hoopla has it available. I know I definitely have that. So I think those are the only thrillers that are on my shelves.
Yeah, I
don't read a lot.
I go through like a phase where I'm in the mood for thrillers, and that kind of Very Baby hit me earlier this year after I read the Mind F series.
Yeah.
It's like kind of got that thrillery aspect. So I was reading like a few thrillers, not a lot, like maybe less than 5, but I do like thrillers. I'm not like Christina. I like thrillers, but I've read maybe like 3 or 4 horror books. So I'm like, I'm kind of nervous that I'm going to feel like an outsider. I'm really excited.
I wish I liked them. They just, for some reason, they just don't do it for me. I don't know what it is.
I feel like thrillers are really good to get you out of reading slumps because to me, they're like fast paced and they keep you hooked.
True.
Even if they're like not like mind-blowingly good, like at least they're entertaining. Like The Paris Apartment, that one just came out. Like, is it the best thriller ever? No. But was it entertaining in the moment? Like, I still wanted to know what was happening, and I wasn't feeling like, oh no, I have to pick this up. Like, that's what I like about thrillers, is even if they're not the best, like, they're entertaining and fast to read.
I think I might have maybe a couple. I think I had the guest list, but I got rid of it because I had that book for like 3 years and just
That's one of my favorites too.
I just never touched it. But honestly, if I do end up dabbling in a thriller, I might just listen to it audibly because
I
just don't, or I'll just borrow it from the library because
I started. Well, I haven't started it yet, but like, I did like an unhaul, and a lot of them were thrillers because like once you know the twist, it's so much less fun to reread it. Like, I'm never tempted to reread a thriller unless it's really good. So from now on, I'm just going to get thrillers from my library because like if I really like it, then I'll go buy it. But I don't need to like, or if it's from Book of the Month, maybe I'll get it as like the book pick. But
the Silent Patient I have from Book of the Month and the Hacienda was also from Book of the Month. Yeah. And those are the only ones I own. And they were both add-ons. Like they weren't even. Yeah. Yes. The Hacienda was actually like a pick, but.
Yeah, usually like maybe I would get it from like Goodwill too, or like a resale store because you usually always find like
or like
romance or thrillers at like resale stores.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm reading Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. I'm on the 3rd series so far, so good. 3rd series, like 3rd series that you've read from her. Anyway, glad you're reading Heir of Fire. When you finish it, go back and watch our live show.
Yeah, because we talked a lot.
We did. It was like an hour and a half or an hour and 40 minutes or something like that. It was crazy.
I think it's a lot.
They're going to get longer. I'm just going to say, like, as the books are getting longer, so much happens. And Christina and I are such Sarah J. Maas fangirlies that we're just going to go on and on about them.
Oh my God.
You got to know what you're signing up for with the two of us.
Half of like the live show discussions are just us like raving about Sarah J. Maas.
Yeah.
And just, like,
you will give a great perspective on Ashford. Oh, thank you for saying that, because I am kind of nervous. Like, I love Gabby and I love Ashley, but I just feel like I read magic. But I am excited because, like, I do really like haunted house stories, and I haven't read any Darcy Coates, and I've been told that I would probably like her books, so I'm excited. Hi, John.
Hey, that's John from Australia.
John.
I know. He's almost always one of the first people to watch my videos. He's so sweet.
He comments on mine, and it's the best.
Yeah, I love it.
The Hacienda is a gothic haunted house book. I read it last week and gave it 2 stars. Oh, so pretty low. I heard that that's like a retelling of Rebecca.
I think I've heard that too.
I've never read Rebecca, but
I've never read it either. But what's it called? Mexican Gothic was also like a gothic haunted house type book, and I loved it. A lot of people did not like it. I really enjoyed it. It was freaking creepy. But
I think I gave that one 3 stars.
I really liked it. I think I gave it 3 or 4 stars when I read it, but because I just don't like this genre, 3 or 4 stars in this genre for me is really good.
Right.
So I don't know. There's something about the SM that I really want to read. Something's intriguing me. I don't know what it is. Usually those books I just I don't even pay mind to, but for some reason it could just be the cover. I'm such a cover hoe. Covers get me, man. Covers make me spend way too much.
I am too. I totally can get sucked in by a cover.
I know. There's just something
about you're not supposed to, but we're all influenced by it.
Yeah. I judge books by their covers every day of my life, okay? Yeah. I buy dust jackets just to look at them because I like the way it looks, okay?
Me too.
So, look, all right, can't help it.
Hello.
Okay.
I'm currently reading a thriller arc. It's book 11 in a series, and I absolutely love them. I'm a British author. Ooh, what series?
Yeah,
book 11. I don't think I've ever read a thriller series. I know Karen Slaughter has some, and I like Karen Slaughter's writing. I've only read 2 of her standalone books, so I would consider reading one of the Grant County series. I think is one of them that I had my eye on, but I just need to be in the mood for it.
There's only one. I haven't even read a Karen Slaughter book. Yeah, no,
they're pretty brutal. Like, they're dark, so you've got to be in the right headspace for it. Pretty Girls effed me up good. That book, that was a lot for me. Some people are like, it wasn't even that bad, and I'm like, are you okay?
Yeah, no, I have to
read that was not that bad.
Because one of my book besties, her name is Anissa. She is obsessed with Karen Slaughter. She read everything Karen Slaughter ever wrote within a month. Yeah, she read everything.
That's all booked or something. She just finished reading all of Karen Slaughter's backlist too.
She binged them. She did the same thing with Lisa Jewell, but oh my God, she binged them. And I was like, okay. She was like, look, is she for you? I don't know, but I'm still gonna make you read her. So you got to read at least one book, just one. And I was like, eventually, maybe just one, because I really want to like this genre. Genuinely, I want to like them because I feel like thrillers are probably one of the fastest reads you can read because there's always something happening. I read The Maidens really, really fast, but I also physically read The Maidens, and every other thriller book I've only ever listened to audibly. So that could also be something else. So
yeah. Of the 2 Karen Slaughters, I've read The Good Daughter and Pretty Girls. And The Good Daughter is still pretty dark. It's pretty dark. But that one's I would recommend that one. Pretty Girls is one of those a little life situations where I'm I don't know if I'd recommend that unless you're specifically saying I want something dark. I want something that's going to give me nightmares and make me want to throw up.
Love that.
What are the 3 or 4 horror books that I have read? So I've read Bunny.
Hated that
book. You hated it?
I hated it. I hated that book.
I finished it. I think I loved it. I think I finished it and I was like, is this a 1 star or a 5 star?
Yeah, that's how I felt too.
Where are we at here?
I
I really want to reread that one too, but I really liked it, I think.
I hated it. I didn't like it.
I liked it. I liked how weird it was.
I don't know. There's something. You just have to read it. Like literally, I feel like you either hate it or you love it. Like there's no median.
Yeah, I don't see people that are like, yeah, it was all right. Like either you really love it or you really hate it. I've read A House at the Bottom of a Lake or something like that by Josh Malerman. That's a little novella. I read that one and really liked it. And then I have a few books that I'm like, they're classified as horror, but to me they feel more thrillery, like Home Before Dark by Riley Sager.
Oh, I read that book.
It's like shelved under horror, but to me I'm like, this is more like a paranormal-ish thriller. Like, I don't know. So I haven't read very much horror at all. I'm trying to think of what others.
Now that I'm actually talking about it, I read Lock Every Door and Home Before Dark by Riley Sager, and I think I gave them both like 4 stars.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the both of them, but like I would never say that I loved them, but I enjoyed them, and I read them both very fast.
I read Home Before Dark right after finishing The Haunting of Hill House. And that is one of my favorite shows of all time. Like, I love it so much. And I was so obsessed with it. Like, I rewatched it right away, and I made my friend rewatch it with me. And, like, so I watched it, like, 3 times in the span of, like, 2 weeks.
Oh, my God.
And then I picked up Home Before Dark, and it's very similar. So, like, it has similar, like, themes, like haunted house. Like, this girl grew up, like, her childhood was in this house, and they went away. And then all of a sudden, as an adult, she's going back, and, like, these haunted things are happening. Yeah. So it like gave me the vibes that I was looking for. So I think I read that one at the perfect time.
I will say I liked Lock Every Door more than Home Before Dark.
I didn't.
I did.
I like that one, but I didn't like it as much.
Lock Every Door is my favorite that I've read, and I'm not interested in any other Riley Sager books. So those are the only 2 I'll ever read.
I've read everything that he's published in that pen name, so. And I've liked them all. Like, I'll still pick up every book that he releases. So
I think those are the only 2 that really intrigued me. I had them from Book of the Month. I think I had a bunch of books by him from Book of the Month, but the only 2 that ever like called out were those 2 books. And after I finished reading them, I'm like, I'm not.
I think those are his most popular.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm not, because like I even read the synopses to the other books, and I'm like, I have no interest in picking this up. Absolutely not. I'm just gonna sell it, and they're sold. I sold every single Riley Sager book I have. So
I watch your videos since you started reading it, and I've been finishing it between. I'm on page 170 from Heir, 3rd series. I just want Dorian to be with Selena already. You'll be waiting a while.
Yeah.
Does that mean I don't have to read any Sarah J. Maas books because you 2 can tell me about each book? I would recommend that you read them because I think that they're amazing. But if you don't want to read them, you can just watch our live shows and see us like spoiler discuss everything. But I would say you should read them. At least give it a shot because I love her books. Her writing is so
Sarah J. Maas.
So
good. She knows how to write a book, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah. It's M.J. Eldridge. I've heard that name before. First book is Eeny Meeny. That I haven't heard of, but I've heard the author's name before. So good. I didn't want to swear. I'm a teacher. If you didn't know, I'm a teacher. So I'm like, I'll swear sometimes, like not at school, but like on my channel. But like, I don't want to say the F word on my channel in case somebody finds my channel. But like I do swear sometimes, but in real life I have a potty mouth. But I don't want to put that out there in case like a middle school student finds my channel and is like, look at her talking all like firing up a storm. Karen Slaughter is my fave thriller author. Yes, Grant County Blindsided is book 1. Read it, Hannah. We can discuss. Yes, I definitely do want to read it. Of the 2 books that I've read from Karen Slaughter, her writing is phenomenal. So I definitely want to pick up the Grant County series. I just want to wait until I'm like really in a thriller mood because that's the first thing that I'm going to want to pick up is a Karen Slaughter because right now I'm in like a fantasy and fantasy romance reading mood. So if I try to pick up a thriller, I'm scared that I won't like it or I'll want to DNF it because it's not what I'm in the mood for. So I will read it. I will.
Yeah, I'm still in a fantasy mood. It hasn't gone away. I'm still just in a fantasy mood. I just want my fantasy.
I'm such a mood reader, so I can't deviate from that or I'll put myself in a reading.
When I get into my fantasy moods, they're usually like my fantasy moods means that I'm only reading fantasy and I'm reading fantasy for a long time. And then I'll stop reading fantasy for like 2 or 3 months.
And read other stuff.
And then I'll read other stuff like romance.
And then go back to fantasy.
Yeah. Always happens. Always happens.
Yeah. Eeny Meeny is so good. I love the Grant County series too. Yeah, I've heard such good things about it. I'm really excited to read that one, but MJ Aldridge, yeah. What's your opinions on the From Blood and Ash series? I like it. Like, I gave the first 2 books 5 stars. I really, really love Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. The third one, Crown of Gilded Bones, I didn't like as much, but I am curious to see if I reread it, if I'll like it more, because I went into the Crown of Gilded Bones thinking it was the finale. I'm like 100 pages from the end, and I'm like, how are they going to wrap this up in 100 pages? Like, they're just introducing more conflict. Like, what's going on? And then I finished it because I was so annoyed for most of it because I'm like, we can't keep doing this if we're going to end the story, guys. Like, what's going on? So I do need to reread Crown of Gilded Bones, but I know that most people, like, the popular opinion for that book is that it wasn't that good. So I'm curious, but I haven't picked up The War of Two Queens yet. My copy hasn't arrived yet because I ordered a hardcover copy to match my set, and the publication got pushed back for that one. So it'll come towards the end of May, I think. So I'll probably be picking it up in June. But I really like it. I also really liked the prequel book, The Shadow in the Ember, A Shadow in the Ember. So I like it. But
I read the first one and liked it. I want to read Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and I know I'm gonna love it. And I plan on reading it soon. Like, if I don't read it this month, I think I'll definitely read it next month. I'm really, like, it's staring at me. I really want to.
It's also really fast to read for how long it is. Like, I feel like you're gonna really, really like Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. That's my favorite one so far in the series.
I do also like Jennifer Armentrout's writing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like that it's just like fun. Like,
yeah, she doesn't overdo
it, you know?
Yeah, she doesn't overdo it. She gives you a plot, she gives you a book, and she doesn't try to make herself sound like she's sophisticated. Like, she's like, look, all right, it's called From Blood and Ash, recurring out loud. You're getting it setting. And she does it well.
Yeah. I like the balance between the romance and the plot. Like, it's pretty good.
I might actually reread From Blood and Ash and then dive into Kingdom of Flesh and Fire.
Yeah, I want to. I'm still going to jump into The War of Two Queens when I get it, but I probably will need to reread it.
I read From Blood and Ash February of last year, so, like, it's a little...
It's been a while.
Yeah, I don't remember everything, so I might reread it.
Which is your fave book from each of Sarah J. Maas's series? So, Queen of Shadows is my favorite from the Throne of Glass series. Throne of Glass is my favorite series. I just like the story arc. Like, I love the character development. I love the story arc. I love everything about it. It just feels like home. My favorite in the ACOTAR series is for sure A Court of Mist and Fury. It's my favorite book of all time. I've read it 10 times and I'll probably read it 10 more whenever I'll probably read it 50 more before I die, but I love it so much. Catwoman, standalone. And then the Crescent City series, I think House of Earth and Blood is still my favorite out of the two of them.
Yeah, okay. So I'm a little conflicted. For Throne of Glass, I can't say a favorite just yet, but I will say my favorite so far has been Heir, I think. So far has been my favorite. I loved Heir. In the ACOTAR series, Akamath and Akasif are tied. I will determine my favorite upon reread for both of them. Crescent City, I loved them both, but I think I loved House of Earth and Blood more.
Yeah.
I think because when I reread it the second time, I fell in love with it even more. And there was just a certain aspect in House of Sky and Breath that annoyed me. And you guys will figure out why when we discuss it. There's a certain aspect of it that I just don't understand why it's still freaking a part of the story. But Other than that, I mean, I gave them both 5 stars, and they're still one of my favorites.
Yeah.
My favorite series, I will say, I think will always be probably ACOTAR so far. Throne of Glass, though, is really freaking close right now. I'm not even kidding.
I always get questions, too. I always get questions, too, of, like, because if you know me at all, if you've seen my channel at all, you know that I am, like, just downright obsessed with A Court of Mist and Fury.
Yeah.
And people always ask, like, okay, if A Court of Mist and Fury is your favorite book of all time and your, like, favorite characters are all from that series, like, how is Throne of Glass your favorite series? And it's so hard to explain that. Like, I don't know how to put it into words. It just is. Just take my word for it.
It's really
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's good. The ACOTAR series has been my favorite series forever. Like, it's been my favorite series of all time since I read ACOTAR. So it's just like, it will always be one of my favorites. But Throne of Glass is giving them a run for their money.
Yeah.
City, I can't say much because it's not finished.
Right, and there's only 2 books, so it's hard to compare it as a series because
it's
only 2.
No, I loved it. I love it.
Yeah.
But it's so different at the same time.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Reading After Anna by Lisa Scottaline currently and totally engrossed in it. I forgot how much I love her. Yay, I'm glad you're enjoying it. You need an alternative word. That naughty word is replaced with banana. That means a naughty word. Be hilarious hearing you say, oh, banana. I actually say barnacles at school. Like, barnacles. And my kids are like, what? It's pretty funny. Shadow in the Ember is so good and makes War of Two Queens outstanding. Next book out in November. Yeah, I really like how the covers all tie in too.
Mm-hmm. I love the covers.
I was nervous to pick up A Shadow in the Ember because I'm like, is it just going to be the same story again? And it kind of is, but like in a fun way, like not in a like, oh, this is boring now. So I'm glad that I read that one. And I need to read War of Two Queens before the next one comes out. Which Sarah J. Maas book should I read first? And I'm trusting you two ladies.
As you should.
I would say, what would you say?
I said, as you should. I don't know what I would say. I would probably say, honestly, either ACOTAR or The Assassin's Blade. I think ACOTAR, like the ACOTAR series, I feel like is really easy to read, easy to understand, and just
I feel like they both are.
Yeah, like they're both really good. If you want like a shorter series, you can start with the ACOTAR series if you want to. Throne of Glass does take a little bit of dedication because there's 7 books. Yeah. So I think if you want to start, I think ACOTAR series is the best thing to start, not only for Sarah J. Maas, but for fantasy. It's one of the best series you can ever start if you really want to get into it. So
yeah, same. I think either ACOTAR or The Assassin's Blade.
Yeah,
like in The Assassin's Blade, like it's 5 novellas combined into one book, so it's not like reading a regular novel.
Yeah.
So that one might be easier to like get through because you just like, I just have to read, 80 pages of this and then I finish like a short story. Yeah. So yeah. Depends on, I guess, what you're in the mood for too.
Yeah.
Like, they're similar, but
a little different.
Also very different.
They both have their perks.
Yeah. Ooh, I start Akamath next. Have you read it? Okay, like, have you read it? I'm so excited to reread these.
So good.
House of Earth and Blood was more exciting. I agree, better one. Yep, I think House of Earth and Blood of the 2 is my favorite. I'm curious to see where the 3rd book's going to go, though. That one might be my favorite.
I will say the ending of the 2nd book was the best part of probably the entire series. But I think House of Earth and Blood was just more exciting throughout the entirety of it, at least. House of Sky and Breath, there's just, I feel like it's a little, it suffers with 2nd book syndrome. I'll say that.
Yeah.
You can tell it's building up to something. Yeah. So there's a lot of things being introduced, and that kind of takes you out of the plot. But the 1st book is just, you zoom, like the first 400 pages, you kind of like you're going through it. The last 400 pages, there's no putting this book down. I'm not even kidding you guys. Like,
yeah,
the last 400 pages fly. They fly. Both times I read them, flew past the 400 pages. The last ones, so freaking good.
Yeah.
And I cry every time in the beginning of it. I cried both times.
No, I read Crescent City, then Throne of Glass, now up to Akamax, so I'm all new. Oh, so you're just like plowing through the Sarah J. Maas books. I love it. I am so excited for you to experience A Court of Mist and Fury for the first time. Like, hands down, that if I could read that book for the first time one more time, like, it has just, it means so freaking much to me that it's like, it blows my mind that a book could mean as much to me and like make a difference in my life as much as this one does. Like, I can't even really like express how much I love it.
I read
so I'm really happy.
I read ACOTAR my senior year of high school. And then I reread ACOTAR at the beginning of the pandemic and then went into ACOMAF. And I read ACOMAF during the pandemic. And I kid you the heck not, this was at the time that my boyfriend and I weren't even living together yet. I was still going to his house on the weekends. We would spend weekends together, Friday through Sunday. And I remember reading this entire book in a weekend. I got there. He was like, "What are you reading? A Bible?" I'm like, "It's going to be my Bible. Watch." And it is. It's a book I live on. And I think this book, I flew past the entire thing in a weekend, physically reading it. And it's a book I still think about daily, which is, I think, why I think it's going to end up being still my favorite book in the ACOTAR series. But it's just a book that sticks with you. Like, I think about it all the time.
All the time.
I
Daily.
I bawled my eyes out at the end. Like, I was sobbing at the end of that book. And there's never been a book that I've ever like been so close to characters in that type of sense. Like, the characters in that series just mean so much to me. So it's just,
I remember finishing it for the first time, A Court of Mist and Fury. And like the next day, I was traveling to see my brother who lives across the country from me. And I didn't bring it with because, like, why would I? I just finished it. Like, why would I want to reread it right away? And that whole trip, all I could think about was that book. And I was like, why did I not bring my book with me? Like, why can't I read it right now? And I remember downloading the ebook to read on the car ride home because it's like a 24-hour car ride.
Yeah.
So I was like, all I thought about that whole week was A Court of Mist and Fury. And then as soon as I got home, I reread it. Like, I just love it so much. Do either of you like horror movies, or since you don't like horror books, you also don't like horror movies? I feel like I would prefer horror books to horror movies because then I can't visually see something that will give me nightmares. But I
don't watch them.
There are some horror movies that I like if I'm in the mood for it, or like horror TV shows, like The Haunting of Hill House, Midnight Mass. I loved Midnight Mass. I really also like horror comedy, like that genre. Like Ready or Not is my favorite horror movie. I love that movie. A Cabin in the Woods, is that what it's called? I like that one. Christina's like, no idea. I like those where it's like, I don't know. I like those guys.
Don't like them. I don't like horror movies. I am a scaredy cat for horror movies. I also just, there's just something about them that I just don't. I used to like them and watch them in high school, but I think I just grew out of it. I just don't.
Same. I did it. I watched horror movies more in high school because my friends would watch them because they thought it was hilarious to get scared on like a sleepover.
Same.
And we watched like the Wrong Turn movies, which have literally scarred me for life. I guess figuratively is the word I meant to use there. They scarred me. Okay. Like, I still like want to vomit thinking about those movies. They're so disgusting.
There was one movie that since I've watched it, I've never watched a horror ever again. And it was that stupid thing, the Centipede.
Human Centipede.
Yeah, that freaking movie.
Yeah, I haven't watched that. Why would you watch that?
Because my friend wanted to watch it when we slept over.
No.
And I was like, why
am I saying no, friend? No, thank you.
I wasn't aware of what the heck was going on. I had never even heard of this movie. I had heard people talk about it, but I didn't know what the heck it was about. And then I figured out why, and I want to throw up just thinking about it. I've never watched a horror movie ever again. I think that's
I watched one. I had like a big sleepover with my friends. There was like, I don't know, 5 of us all sleeping at my house, and we watched the movie Mirrors, which is like when you stand in front of a mirror, like there's an alternate reality in the mirror and that alternate reality can kill you. And I couldn't pee by myself. I couldn't go into the bathroom because there was a mirror there and I was going to die.
Oh my
So
god.
my friend Casey, she's done in a couple of my videos. I made her stand in the shower while I peed. I'm like, if I die, I'm not going out alone. Like, I was so terrified. Like, that is why I can't watch horror movies, because I'm like, this is gonna happen to me. Like, I can't just go to bed, like, live my life. I can't do it.
Yeah, no. After I watched that freaking movie, I've never watched a horror ever again. And I just like I think now also in my life, I just don't see the appeal of them right now.
Mhm.
Like I would rather watch
There's
these
certain
things
ones
that
I would watch.
I would
There's
rather
certain-
rewatch a Disney movie I've already watched 50 times. Like I've rewatched Snow White. I've rewatched Sleeping Beauty probably the most. Sleeping Beauty is so freaking good. I've definitely rewatched Beauty and the Prince. Beauty and the Prince. Beauty and the
Beauty and the
Beast.
Prince.
I have the prince in my head.
Spoilers, Christina.
Beauty
I
and the
would spit out my water.
it's my favorite Disney princess story. Like I've read the Beauty and the Beast and I've watched the movie, both the animation and like the real version of it.
Yeah, the live
So
action
many times. I forced my boyfriend to go watch when the movie with Emma Stone, type's her name.
Emma Stone.
It wasn't Emma Stone. I forgot who the heck was in it. The
Emma
girl,
Watson.
thank you. I knew it was Emma.
Yeah, it took me. I'm like, what is she talking about?
No, I know it wasn't Emma Stone. I knew it wasn't, but I knew it was Emma. And that was the first
That threw me for a loop. I was like, wait.
no, Emma Watson. When that movie came out, I made him go. He did not want to go. He slept the entire time. I was crying and I was happy and I was just. I think I've watched that movie once a month since I moved into this house.
That's awesome.
I swear.
My comfort Disney movie is Frozen.
Oh, I haven't watched Frozen in so long. I loved Frozen.
Those two are my faves.
I also love
Beauty and the Beast.
I've watched Moana a lot too.
Oh, Moana's a good one too. I have that. I have like a playlist on my phone to play music for my classes at school, and it's Kids Bop PE jams, and I have like all of the like Disney soundtracks on it. So Moana comes on a lot.
Love that.
I love Reese so much, even before we knew who he was, even when we were supposed to think he was mean. Yeah, I love Reese. Glad I woke up early today. Glad you could join us. Akamath made me cry the last 150 pages. It's my favorite Sarah J. Maas book at the moment. Love the settings, characters, plot, world building, literally everything. That book is...
The entire weekend I read that. I did not pay attention to my boyfriend at all. I was reading all the time. And mind you, this was also at the point where he was trying to play his PlayStation like all the time. So he would play and I would be right next to him and he used to have his PlayStation in his kitchen. So he would be playing his PlayStation and I would just be like there with the other chair with my legs on top of him. I swear I have a picture of this somewhere. And I was reading that book the entire time. I remember his mom used to like come into the room because I would go into his bedroom because it was the quietest room. She'd come into the room. She was like, "Are you hungry? You've been reading for like 3 hours." I was like, "Yeah, I think I should use some food." And she used to bring me food. She used to bring me coffee. Oh my God, I love her.
That is a real friend to stand in the shower while someone urinates. She's the real MVP. My favorite Disney movie has always been The Little Mermaid. Oh, that's
I love
classic. It's a classic. Just woke up. Ooh, I'm sorry I missed. That's okay. You're here now.
You've only done one sprint so far, so you haven't missed much.
Beauty and the Beast has been my favorite since I was little. My hubby always calls me his Belle because I read a lot. That's so cute. Yeah, she is definitely the one.
Though.
Yeah, that you can relate to the most. Like
I related to her because she always read. So I was like, "Oh my God, that's me," and I love her to death. I love Cinderella.
Cammy, my KO competition. Cammy has dibs.
Yeah, Cammy has.
You two can fight over him, and we're just gonna stay on the sideline, going, "What is the point of this? Why do you want this man?" All right, I think it's time for another sprint. Are we feeling longer or Shorter.
I'm down for a longer sprint. I love long sprints, so
So
I'm down
like
for a long sprint.
like 45 minute, 50 minute?
Um,
What are we feeling?
I'm indecisive. I like both those options.
Let us know in the comments what you're feeling.
45 or 50. Babe! 45 or 50? 50.
50 it is.
You said 50.
All right. We will see you all back here in. Oh, look at perfect.
Oh, perfect. See?
Hey and Tim both said
Look at
50.
that.
All right,
We
50
got
it is. Perfect. We will see you back here in 50 minutes. Christina. Oh. Welcome back. So how did everyone do? Sorry I was MIA for a bit there. I had my screen shut off. But I was reading the whole time. I had the audiobook in, so I didn't waste a single second there. I got to page 114. So I passed the 100-page mark. That's all I have to say. Christina, she finally got to the part, right? She's sending me videos of like her reactions of when things are happening. And I look up as I watch one of like clicked off of one of the videos and I watch you go like and get all mad. And I'm like, oh, I know exactly what part she's at. And then she sends me a video and she's like,
fun. Mother, I'm so freaking done. I can't. I'm so mad. Okay, guys. One, I only made it to page 52. Literally, I made it to page 53, technically. I have been stopping on every single page to annotate, okay? Because look at all those annotations. I don't know if you guys can see that, okay? All those annotations right there, okay? There are so many dark purple tabs, and they're all for moments that make me angry, okay? And let's just say there's a certain character that has pretty much every single one of them. I'm so annoyed. So annoyed. I can't do this. I don't understand what's going on. I might kill this character just fictionally in my head while I'm dreaming to make myself happy. I'm
gonna send you pictures of my annotations literally on that page because I wrote it down. I wrote it down for us to talk about in the live show, and that was the exact page where you sent me like 3 different things. Yeah.
I wrote all over these pages, guys. Like they're all angry tabs. If you can't, by the way, these are my tabs for angry moments. I'm pissed. I'm so mad. I'm so freaking mad. This book's going to take me forever because I keep stopping on every single page to annotate. Guys, look at, I don't know if you guys can even see the amount of annotations. Look at that. I'm annotating the heck out of this book. I'm going to end up having to put another like annotation pack because I'm going to run out of these so fast. So freaking fast. Swear to God, I'm so mad. I'm so
I know. I've been waiting for you to get to literally this part in the series for like 3 books.
I can't do this. I can't do this. I am questioning certain people that I know. And Cammie, I'm looking at you. If you're here, Cammie, if you're here, I'm questioning a lot of stuff right now, Cammie. I really am. Kim, you K, is it K? K, you too. All right, I'm looking at you because I don't understand. My mind doesn't understand what's going on over here. Yeah, that's happening.
We are, Cammie, I see your comment. We're in Queen of Shadows, and we were talking about a certain character that you like that we don't. Cammie's like, huh? Like, what did I do? I think she missed that part of our live show.
The rant. I'm ranting, Cammie. I'm ranting because this character.
Sean, guys, I'm gonna go to bed, but this has been so much fun. Thank you both. Sean, I'm sure you're gone already, but I hope you have a good sleep. Thank you for joining us. I know the times don't always match up, but thank you for joining us. I am about to have breakfast in bed and will still be in the background. Bacon, eggs, tomato, and avocado on toast. Ooh, sounds delish.
That sounds good.
58 pages. Nice. I don't know. I think I got at least 50 pages. I think maybe more like 60 pages.
I got 33. I was literally on page 20, so I got like 33 pages, but I was distracted for like the first like 10ish minutes. I just like did like little things, but I keep stopping to annotate. So I just like I literally keep stopping to have freakouts, and I'm like, no, like I have to rant in my head and then annotate my thoughts and then rant again after annotating my thoughts. So this book might take me a while to read, but I'm in it. I'm in it, y'all. I'm in it.
Yes. Cammy. We need to talk. Just kidding. Actually, I don't want to talk about it.
Cammy, I think we do need to talk. I think you might need some guidance in your life. I think you might need. I think this is a cry for help. I think I'm coming over and I'm going to help you. And I don't know how I'm going to do that. But I'm gonna just make you reread what I just read and make you see that you are wrong.
She's gonna say he's just misunderstood.
No, he's not.
Cammy says, I didn't read. I am trying to figure out what I want to read next.
Do you have options?
So I have to finish The Awakening as Told by the Boys. I have like 200-ish pages left of that, so I can hopefully finish that this weekend. Oh, Cammy.
I just saw it.
And then I think I'm gonna mainly focus on this because our live show is gonna be next weekend sometime. So I do want to, and it's a chunker. So I'm gonna be going for that one.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to probably focus on this book, and then I'm also reading Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare currently, but that one's I'm borrowing that from the library, and it's not due until like the end of the month. So I think this book though, I don't really want to put down right now. So I think I might just focus on this book for now at least. And I have the audiobook to Lady Midnight, so I might just listen to that audibly throughout whenever.
I know I just lost my train of thought. Oh, Sahar is doing reading sprints for Guild, I think on, is that Tuesday?
I want to say Tuesday.
I think Tuesday. And so I want to start Guild when she starts Guild, like on the sprints, so I can message her about it during the sprints. And then on Wednesday, we have sprints for our buddy read of the Atlas 6.
Oh, damn. I forgot about it.
It's really coming up. I forgot about it too until I looked at the date. I'm like, that's in 4 days. Oh my God, that's in 4 days.
That's in 4 days? When?
Yeah. It's on Wednesday.
We're like halfway through March. Oh my God. Wait. We're in May. Halfway through May.
I know.
We're halfway through May.
Yeah. So
I'll be reading a lot of books this week.
I'll be reading I've got to finish The Awakening as Told by the Boys within the next couple days here. And then I'll be reading 3 books, which is not a thing that I do. Usually I read like 1, maybe 2.
I'll be reading a bunch because I'm going to start the Guild, but I think the Guild I'm going to read on my Kindle. And then, I mean, I'm obviously going to be reading the Atlas 6 on Wednesday, apparently.
Yep.
And Lady Midnight might just end up being on hold. Honestly, the Atlas 6, if I can get the audiobook, I'll just listen to the audiobook of it. But yeah, I might just be listening to a lot of audiobooks. I just started a vlog this week, so if I end up getting my stuff together and actually editing, you guys can probably see the chaos that will be this week.
Cammy, not Cammy. Oh my God, Cammy. Christina, you should try. I don't know if they'll be available anymore at this point. You should try to get on the Libro FM ALC program. If you have like a bookish account that has at least 1,000 followers, you can sign up. And I know your Instagram has more than 1,000 followers. So you could sign up for that and get like free advanced listener copies of audiobooks. And one of the ones from a few months back was the Atlas 6.
Oh, wait. Oh my God. I have 2 credits on my Libro I didn't know about.
There you go.
I forgot about my Libro.
There you go.
I end up, wow. Look what's in my cart.
There you go.
Look what's in my cart, guys. We're buying it right the heck now. So we're doing it. We're just doing the damn thing. Okay. Is Guild on here? Because I mean, might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I don't think it is.
I think I got Guild on Audible.
I think it might be on Audible too.
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. I hate when that happens. I'm like, never mind. Cammy says, I would say more, but there are spoilers, so I can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have read everything and still don't agree that he is misunderstood. So I'm curious to see if Christina will be swayed later. Natalie read 21 pages of Zodiac, and it's getting interesting. Darius and Orion's conversation. I love them. That is my least favorite Cassandra Clare series. I haven't finished that series. I did really, really love Lady Midnight, though, but I DNF'd Lord of Shadows, and then I tried to finish it because I only had like 200 pages left, and it's like 700 pages. So I finished the last like 200 pages, and I gave it 2 stars because I didn't like it.
Yeah, I am not the biggest Cassandra Clare fan. I have not liked really anything I've ever read. I read the first 3 books in the Mortal Instruments series. I thought they were very boring. And then I tried reading Clockwork Angel, hated it. I DNF'd it. But so far, I'm like 60 pages into it, and I'm not hating it. So we'll see what happens. There is
a little baby fly on my computer screen.
I just downloaded the Guild on my Kindle. I got the audiobook from Audible. I have the Atlas 6 on audio. I have Queen of Shadows on audio, but I'm reading alongside that one. And Lady Midnight's on audio. Honestly, Lady Midnight I just end up getting on the back burner. And so is The Reckoning, because I can't be reading 5 books at once. I'll drive
No kidding. It's so many books. But hopefully, I mean, Guild is not very long. I feel like that's like less than 300 pages.
Yeah, I think it's like maybe 300 Kindle pages, honestly.
Yeah, it's not very long.
Oh, it's 393 Kindle pages, which is not long at all.
I think it's like 290 something in the paperback version. So.
Yeah, it's definitely not long. And it's what I'm genuinely interested in, so
yeah.
I'm excited.
John, we are going to be on my channel next weekend doing our like spoilery live show discussion of Queen of Shadows. So you're welcome to join if you want to be spoiled. But if you think that you'll try to read this series in the future, maybe don't show up to that one. You'll have to wait for them, some other reading sprints that we'll do. But if you follow our Instagrams, if you have Instagram, we post on there mostly on when and where we'll be. And I try to post in my community feed on my channel. So you can find out from there too. I love, 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 love Orion with my whole friggin' heart. Yes. Love him. The Infernal Devices is her best series. Then the last 3 books of the Mortal Instruments are the best in that series, to be honest. Yeah, I like the Infernal Devices. I think that's her best series. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with Cassandra Clare's books. Like, I'm kind of just like, if I ever feel the need to pick them up again, like I've read almost everything. I haven't read like the little short story books, like none of those, like the Bane Chronicles and the Shadowhunter Academy ones or whatever. But I've read all of like the meat of the books. Like I've read all of the Mortal Instruments, all 6 of them. And I really did not like that series. Maybe the last book was okay. I've read all of the Infernal Devices, and then I've read the first 2 books in the Dark Artifices.
I remember reading the first 3 books of the Mortal Instruments series, and then once I finished the 3rd one, I was like, why are there more books? Like, I was so bored with the first 3 that I was like,
it was originally supposed to be a trilogy.
Yeah, you can tell with the 3rd book, the way the 3rd book ends, you can tell it's supposed to be a trilogy.
Yeah.
But I just, I did not love the first 3. And then I remember reading Clockwork Angel, and I loved like the first half, and then I just got bored. Something about her writing I don't love, but the
books are too long.
Yes.
Like
her chapters. Her chapters
are like 50 pages long.
I hate more. They irritate me. Why are there so many chapters? Like why are they so long? It doesn't make any sense. It makes no freaking sense. But I think I might end up giving the Infernal Devices a try on audio. So I'm only 60 pages into Lady Midnight, and I'm enjoying it. So maybe I'll put Lady Midnight in the back burner, probably return it, and then get they have the entire Infernal Devices series. So maybe that's a video idea I might do. Just trying to read the Infernal Devices and giving Cassandra Clare another shot. Because I'm not going to lie to you, the only interest I have in reading Lady Midnight is because I love the covers, but I really want to read the Chain of Gold, Chain of Iron series because those covers, y'all.
I get sucked into the hype. I get sucked into the hype. Every time she releases a new book, I'm like, I need to catch up. I'm on Queen of Darkness, Queen of Air and Darkness. What is that one called? Queen of something.
I think it's Queen of Air and Darkness.
Okay. And I'm like, I get sucked in every time, and then I'm like underwhelmed. Yeah. I did really like Lady Midnight though. I'm pretty sure I gave that one 5 stars when I read it.
I'm enjoying it. I'm actually
like
60 pages in.
I don't know.
But I think Cammie has said in the past, I think the audio versions of them are the way to go. Because I physically have read all the other 4 books by her, and I could not get through them.
Yeah, I think audio is probably the way to go. I might probably. The Mortal Instruments, I got those before I had like Audible and Scribd and like on my phone. I got the CD audiobooks from my library. So I would like listen to the CD in my car at 1 time speed. And I remember being like, oh, she's talking so slow. Hurry up and spit it out. And then I finally got Audible and I was like, I can speed it up to 1.5, 2 times speed. It was awesome. Natalie says, I absolutely loved the Infernal Devices. Jem, love him so much. Jem was my favorite of those.
I remember liking like the first half of it, and then I got bored. I think it's just physically reading it that probably is. It just doesn't do it for me.
Who's your fave authors? My top 3 are Sarah J. Maas, Cassie Clare, and Colleen Hoover. I would say, well, Sarah J. Maas is obviously my favorite. She's my favorite. Like number 1. She's up here. Other authors are down here.
For me, Sarah J. Maas is my all-time favorite, and then Katie Robert is another favorite of mine. And
I really like Erin Morgenstern, but she's only got 2 books out, so I like her writing. I really like Frederick Bachman's writing. Carrie Maniscalco, I've really loved like her books.
I guess the other person I would probably say would probably end up being, I mean, I love Elle Kennedy. I loved the Off-Campus series by her. And Taylor Jenkins Reid. I really love her writing. But that's really like when I think favorites, Sarah J. Maas and Katie Robert are the ones that come to mind. They are my all-time favorites. Always will be my all-time favorite.
Yeah, Sarah J. Maas is my top one.
She's my top one.
Like, I don't usually do a top 3 because like any other favorite author is just like not on the same level.
Doesn't matter.
Is my number 1.
She's always going to be my top.
Yeah. Listen to all the books on audio for the Mortal Instruments and the Infernal Devices. Gave Chain of Gold 3 stars. See, even talking about it now, I'm like, maybe I should give it a shot.
Hey, me too. I literally just got. Oh my god! Wait, you guys are gonna think I'm.
Oh no, that's the one I'm on.
Clockwork Angel was available on my Libby. I literally already downloaded it, and I'm probably gonna end up doing a vlog next week if I can get my stuff together and just freaking edit. Everyone, get on my ass so I can edit my videos because I have a lot. I have so many, and all the footage is organized. I just have to edit the damn footage. That's all I have to do.
Chain of Thorns cover reveal on Thursday. It's gonna be so pretty. The covers are really like stunning. Especially the like Chain of Gold, Chain of Iron ones. Those ones are my favorite.
I love those.
I really like Lady Midnight.
Lady Midnight covers were also really pretty, but the Chain of Gold, Chain of Iron ones, oh my god.
So Chain of Gold is probably the best cover she's ever had.
Yeah, you know, by far. By so far, they're the best covers. Because not gonna lie, the Infernal Devices were like okay. Mortal Instrument covers were just, you can tell when they were distributed. Like you can tell a period of time of
they are a product of their time.
Yeah, they definitely are. You can tell.
I will come over and listen to your opinions on the series. We are talking straight up spoilers for this book. Like we are just discussing this book. So it's not just opinions on the series. You're certainly welcome. You're certainly welcome. But we are going into in-depth spoilers and just discussing the events that happen in that one book, just so you know.
We will spoil this entire book and every single book leading up to this book. This book.
Yep.
So please have that in mind. I don't want to spoil you if you don't want to be spoiled. We will be spoiling everything.
Everything so far. Yep. So be careful. What do you think of the Dark Artifices so far? It's one of my fave Cassie Clare series. Yeah, I really liked Lady Midnight. Dark Artifices. Yeah, that's this one.
I mean, I don't have that many thoughts. I'm only 60 pages in, but I will say that I didn't hate it. So
I'm liking it. I did not like Lord of Shadows though, and that's when I was like, I'm done with Cassandra Clare. I just can't. I need a break. It's been like 2 years, and I'm just
There's
like
been something's on. I don't know what it is about Cassandra Clare. Honestly, I'll try on audio, but I'm only giving Clockwork Angel a chance on audio. If I enjoy Clockwork Angel on audio, then I'll probably continue the rest of the Mortal Instrument series, but we'll see what happens. We'll do a trial and error next week, probably.
The Mortal Instruments is definitely my least favorite series.
I just found the first 3 books so mediocre. Like,
yeah, they're not great.
Just why?
Love Stephanie Garber and her Caraval series. I tried reading Caraval, and I think I DNF'd it.
I gave that book away.
Sorry. I do want to read her like Once Upon a Broken Heart series though, which is like a spin-off of Caraval. So maybe then I'll read Caraval. Same. I have my Zodiac Academy vlog for books 1 and 2. Just need to edit, and now halfway through my Zodiac Academy books 3 and 4 vlog. I can't wait for all of this. I know Rachel's vlog is coming out, I think today, right? She said, oh no, Sunday. Sometime this weekend, I believe.
Can't me see you have 1 video to edit and you're halfway through the second. I have like 4 videos to edit, and they're all vlogs, and they have a bunch of footage. Guys, you guys might get vlogs out of order, just so you know, because look, whatever's gonna take me the fastest to edit, it's probably gonna end up being edited. I just want to catch up. I just want to catch up to where I am now. That's all I really want to do. I just need to edit. And this week has just been a crazy week. So I just like trying to get back to normal life after vacation was just crazy. And because today we have the reading sprints, tomorrow I have a baby shower for my cousin, so I won't be doing much of anything tomorrow. And then on Monday, tomorrow's my grandma's birthday, and then on Monday we're having a dinner for my grandma, so I'll be there. But yeah, life's been just kind of crazy, but yeah.
Christina,
thank you. I need it. I need it so bad.
Have y'all read The City of Brass? I have not, and I really want to. I bought my copy. Like, I don't have a big physical TBR, so if I buy it, I gotta read it soon. So hopefully this summer. I'm getting to it this summer.
Hopefully this year. Let's not do too much for myself. Hopefully this year. I want to read a lot of books. Okay, guys, a lot of books.
My favorite villain of all time is in the latter half of the Mortal Instruments series.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know who my favorite villain of all time is. Like, is it a villain that I'm like, ooh, I kind of like that because I can understand where you're coming from? Or is a good villain like, I hate you so much, like you do such a good job at being evil that I can't wait for you to die?
I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite villain.
I'd have to think about that because I feel like I'd have a different answer for both.
I don't know.
Immediately, the one that where I'm like, I kind of like you as the bad guy is like the Darkling from the Shadow and Bone series.
I never read that, so
that's like the first one that came to mind. But like a villain that I was like rooting for their death page after page, Arobin from the Throne of Glass series. I hate him so much.
I can agree with that. And the king I fucking hate.
Yeah. Why is the hardcover of Airfire sold out everywhere? Oh, I'm sad. Sometimes that happens. I don't know, something about the supply chain right now, because the Throne of Glass hardcovers have been like, the box set has been sold out for a while, and it just recently came back into stock, and like the books have been out of stock. So I would give it like another week or 2 and then check. It might come back.
Yeah, I'm having that same issue because literally Empire of Storms, like 2 days ago, it said Amazon said it would ship in 24 hours. And then I literally got it this morning and it's not shipping. It's coming in through Book Depository. So I'm not going to be getting it until literally when we start. So hopefully shipping ends up being faster. But yeah, that keeps happening. I think that's why
we have like 4 weeks to get through Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. I love Cassandra Clare. Met her a couple years ago for the release of Chain of Gold. She's my favorite author. Good. I love that for you. She's a lot of people's favorite author. I feel like, at least in her top 3.
Yeah.
Her top 3 like favorite authors. Cammy said, "Oh no, those are my priority videos. I have 2 book hauls, a vamp romance vlog, 3 tag videos, plus 2 Zodiac Academy vlogs." Those are all videos that you have already filmed?
Oh, thank God. You just made me not feel so bad about myself.
That would give me so much anxiety.
I really want to film my wrap up, but my wrap up takes like dedication to like film. I'm debating on doing it now, like tonight, but I probably won't do it tonight, honestly. But I really want to film my wrap up. At the same time, I just like if I film my wrap up, that'll just be the next video that pops up, like the next video that I post. Because if we're like halfway through the month, I want to do my wrap up for April. But honestly,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. I don't know what the heck I'm doing anymore.
Have y'all ever been to a book signing?
I have not.
I went to BookCon when it was still a thing back in like 2017, maybe. The one year that it was in Chicago randomly. It's been in New York every year. And then all of a sudden they're like, let's do Chicago. And then the next year they were like, no, that was dumb. Let's go back to New York. So I'm from Wisconsin. So I was able to like drive to Chicago and I could go to that. If when it's in New York, I can't go to that. Like I can't
I
do
could.
that. You
But
could now. Yeah.
I never had anyone to go to BookCon with.
Mm.
So I just never went.
I actually went because Sarah J. Maas was going to be there, and my IRL friends had not read anything from her yet, so they were just going with me because they knew that I wanted to go and, you know, whatever. And I had my Throne of Glass book. This was like before A Court of Mist and Fury came out, I think. Maybe it was 2015. Maybe I brought both. I can't remember. It was so long ago. I didn't end up getting them signed. Anyways, we got there too late that we didn't get a ticket to get in her line of signing. And I like sort of a little bit like stalked around, like saw her with her posse of people. And I was like, I gotta go follow her. And they were like, nope, she's got somewhere to be. She can't sign anything. And then some guy like managed to snag a signature from her. And I went walking over there and they're like, that's it. We gotta go. And I was like, no, I'm so close. But that's the only thing. I've just like watched a few panels there and that's it. So haven't been to a book signing. That's my sad story.
I want to go to one so bad, but the only book signing I would probably ever want to go to would end up being a Sarah J. Maas book signing, and I don't know when we'll ever get that again. So
yeah, if there was like an author that I knew and liked close, I would go. But nobody comes to Central Wisconsin, so.
Sure. I mean, Sarah J. Maas, I believe, lives in New York, so I'm right in Jersey, so I'm just a train away.
Yeah.
So she would probably be the only one I would actually like go to New York for.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are other authors that if they were in the area, I would probably go to, but it just depends on who the author is, honestly.
Yeah, if she's like within like a 12-hour drive of me, I would do that.
12 hours, honey. I'll just take a plane. Get the
no problem.
12 hours.
Planes cost money.
Because the one thing about me too is that I luckily, thankfully, have Cammy right next to me. Cammy and I live literally just an hour apart. So me and Cammy also have very similar reading tastes. So I know that if I want to go see an author, Cammy will want to go see an author. So
that would be nice.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's time for our last sprint. I'm feeling kind of a shorter one. Not gonna lie.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the shorter one.
Like 20 minutes.
Sure.
30 minutes. What do you feel?
Okay with either.
Let's go smack dab in the middle. 25.
Sure. Yeah.
SJM comes to my area when she has book signings because she is from 30 minutes from me. Yeah, that makes sense. She is from
she's
the East Coast side.
She's right next to us.
Yeah. Must be nice. Just kidding. She hasn't done a signing in years. So
yeah, she hasn't done one in so long. So
all right. We'll go back here with our ambiance. And then we'll say 25 minutes. And we'll see you all in 25 minutes. Hello. That was perfect. I literally finished a chapter and like 2 seconds later, the little harp chimed. I made it to page 150. I'm right in the middle of like a super intense scene. So I know I said this was our last sprint, but I am going to have to finish this part after we end because I can't just stop in the middle of that. I can't. Even though I know what happens, I can't. I've also been not taking notes. I need to do that. I need to do better. How did you do, Christina?
I didn't do great. I only read like 10 pages, but so much is happening.
So much happens in this book. It is literally action-packed from cover to cover.
It's just like I can't, like literally from this page to this page, I have 2 tabs. You turn the page and then you get 3. Like it's just like there are tabs all over this book and I just can't stop it. And it's like literally like you guys can literally see like all like the different like colors that I'm underlining in.
It's awesome.
It's like back to back. Like this entire page is underlined, but just in 2 different colors. It's just, guys, it's insane. Absolutely insane.
I'm trying to take notes quick before I forget. Like as if I'll forget. I've read this book 5 times. Yeah. I won't forget. I'll set it aside for now. But I don't want to forget to like write down certain things. Yeah. So, how did everyone else do on these last sprints? I think this is where we left off. Sid said I had to drive 4 hours just to meet Cassie Clare, and that was the closest she was to me. Yeah, 4 hours is probably the closest anyone would be to me as well. Because, like, Chicago's about 4 hours from here. Minneapolis is about 4 hours from here. Maybe if someone came to, like, Milwaukee or Madison in Wisconsin, then it's only, like, 2 to 3 hours. But, yeah, nobody comes by me. Yes, she's from Pennsylvania, Sarah J. Maas. Hopefully she'll do another one soon because the last one she did here was for ACWAR, and that was when I decided I wasn't going to read her anymore. And now you're Sarah J. Maas trash with the rest of us. Yeah, hopefully she does do another one. I mean, I know she just had her baby, so she might not be.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. Maybe for Crescent City 3 though.
Let's hope.
I'll fly for that one maybe if I don't have to work
for that one.
Arrange it. Hi everyone, just searched for reading sprints and found these. Hope you're all doing well. Hello, thank you for joining. Kirsten, oh my god, you guys are still live. Just got off work. I'm so happy I can join again. That was our last one, so thanks for joining though. Decided to start Shadow Princess. I couldn't wait. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Fair enough. That's Shadow Princess, for those of you that don't know, is the 4th Zodiac Academy book. I'm trying to catch up to you guys. I have about 100 pages left of Heir of Fire. You can do this.
Good.
You can do this. You can catch up. You've got time. Never been to any signing near me in Australia. Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know if authors tend to do like an international tour, if they're like big authors.
Because a lot of the times books always end up being published at different times in different countries. Like, yeah. I know a lot of the times if they're an American author, we get the books months before UK gets them.
Yeah.
So I wonder how that is, because I think Australia is the same thing.
Yeah, I know. Like books published in the UK written by a UK author come out in the UK like a year before the US.
Yeah, here. Yeah,
because like that was Holly Jackson. She wrote A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Mm-hmm. She's based in the UK, and so if you wanted to read those books, you had to read the UK paperback or wait for them to come out in the US.
It's like Heartstopper. Yeah. Heartstopper came out months before it came out here in the UK. I ended up ordering the book from the UK. So
Yep, same. I did the exact same thing. So all of my editions of Heartstopper, and I have Loveless, all of those are UK editions because those are the only ones available. I was like, I'm not waiting.
Yeah, not for Heartstopper. Also, has anyone watched the TV show?
I have. I loved it.
I loved it. I've already
I
rewatched
loved
it.
I cried.
Me too.
Nick's scene with his mom.
I did
Yeah,
too.
I bawled. Oh, it's so good. And then like after I finished watching the show, I went back and like rewatched my favorite scenes from the show.
I ended up watching a bunch of people who watched it. By the way, if you guys have watched the Heartstopper series, watch How to Train Your Gavin's reaction to the Heartstopper series. He reacts to the entire thing. It's like an hour long. I've rewatched his reaction twice.
Aww.
It's an hour long. And I will forever, like, I swear to God, it's one of my favorite videos ever. I will probably rewatch it again. It's so funny.
I haven't watched his reactions, but now I'm going
Do
to.
it.
I love him so much.
Funny. It's so funny. He's one of my favorite booktubers, so I watch everything he posts.
He's awesome. Just to know that I really, really didn't like the Atlas 6. Sorry to hear that. I'm hoping that I like it. I'm not sure what to expect. I just know that it's like dark academia with like some magical, super powery vibes. So I'm going in. Yeah, I'm going in knowing very, very little.
Yeah, I don't really know anything. I know that there are 6 people, but I think only 5 people will make it at the end or something. I don't really know.
I don't know. I'm excited to find out though, because I know Rachel from Raven-Haired Reader read it. I think she ended up giving it 4 stars, but she read the self-published version, so it might be a little bit different. So I feel like we have pretty similar reading tastes to Rachel. So hopefully we end up liking it. So, all right. Well, thank you all so very much for joining us for these sprints. I know I had a great time.
I had a fantastic time. I wish I read a little bit more, but at the same time, I know that I didn't read a whole bunch because I was annotating a whole bunch, which is just as fun. So
you're just living in it.
I'm having a great time over here.
Yeah. So I'm going to go, well, I have to go take a shower, and I'm going to go hunker down on the couch and read more of Queen of Shadows so I don't have to end on a cliffhanger right here in the middle of an action scene. Yeah. Even though I know what happens already. But if you are not already, please subscribe to both me and Christina. Thank you again so much for joining us for these sprints, and stay tuned to both of our community feeds and our Instagrams to get more updates on when we're going live. We will be doing our Queen of Shadows live show discussion next weekend. We still haven't nailed down the date and time yet, so we'll be posting about that. We do have a Discord if you are joining our read along, so that link should be down below, but it's had issues. So if you try to join the Discord and it's like not working, just message me and I will send you a new link. So yes, thank you again so much for joining us today, and we will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.